Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. I am coming on here today to tap into the energies and see what messages want to come through. Now, keep in mind, I really have no idea what is going to be coming through this particular reading. So if you'd like to contribute your energy in a stronger way, I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as these are forms of energetic transference that do tend to allow me to pick up more easily on your energy and channel more specifically for you and your situation. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the traditional tarot cards. So what can I channel through for all of the beautiful souls listening in to today's reading? And a card really just came flying out, and we have the Emperor in the reverse position. I feel like there is the energy coming through here of someone who wanted to control your light in some way. I'm getting almost like a possessive kind of energy. And I feel that this is the energy of a person who I'm hearing wanted to be on your mind 24/7 or wanted to be in communication with you 24/7. This is someone who seemed to feel as though they had some kind of entitlement to your time or to your energy. And I got the name Matt for someone. Maybe that's relevant for someone listening, although do keep in mind that whenever I channel specific names, details, or specifics, these are typically meant for certain individuals. So don't worry if they don't connect for you personally. They are probably just meant for someone else. But I get the sense of like this very overpowering energy. This may even be someone who kind of presented themselves as being the Emperor, even though what we actually have here is the Emperor reversed. So this person may have wanted you to believe that they were this Emperor, that they were this leader, or I'm hearing like someone that you could trust or rely upon. But I feel like this is the kind of person who's actually very unstable, because they don't have a sense of emotional stability within themselves. Now, there is one little aside that I want to say here, and it's that this particular reading actually is feeling hyper specific. So I feel that if this is for you, you will already know who this person is, and most likely your intuition has already been making you aware of this situation. So if this isn't connecting for you, then keep in mind this reading is probably meant for someone else. I am making an effort here on the channel to start creating more of these mini reading videos because I know many of you enjoy them, but I recognize that the more I channel into the energies, the more specific certain videos become. So of course, always use your intuition. That really is your guide, not just through these readings, but through life itself. It's really the compass of your life. Okay, so yeah, this seems to be someone who's very controlling. They feel very entitled to your energy. They could be a fire sign, I'm getting as well. Now with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, this is also a very impatient energy. So a trademark I'm picking up on about this particular energy is that and I'm getting Aries and Taurus energy, they have this tendency to rush your timing or to pressure you out of the timing that feels best to your soul. And that is how my guides are saying you will recognize this specific energy. They will try to pressure you out of your own timing. So for example, if this is romantic and you wanted to take things really slow with them, this energy would be the type to pressure you to move faster than you feel comfortable, or to somehow go against the timing or the pace that feels right for you. In fact, I'm hearing guilt tripping. They may have a tendency to attempt to guilt trip you into their timing or what they perceive to be the right way to move forward with the connection, with the relationship, with the situation. For some reason, I'm also picking up like an older feminine figure. They may have a mother figure who's kind of in their ear here, telling them what they think that they should do or what they think this relationship should look like. I'm seeing like a puppet on a string. This may be someone who's like being controlled by an older feminine figure in their life, such as a mother figure. That doesn't have to be the case, but I'm just picking up on that energy for someone here. But the thing is, even though this person wants you to perceive them as the emperor, as this leader, as this person you can trust and rely upon, what they're actually coming up as is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So this is someone who is, yes, very stubborn, but they seem to have a very negative aura about them. This is someone who's very pessimistic. And I'm hearing that they've been drawn to your light because you represent their opposite. I feel almost like a very light and dark sort of contrasting dynamic here between the two of you. So you seem to really embody the light, and this person seems to really embody the darkness. And when I say darkness, I don't necessarily mean evil or anything like that. I mean unconsciousness. So this person seems to embody more of the shadow, and you seem to embody more of the light or more of the consciousness. And the thing is, this person is extremely drawn to your light, but they're not willing to look at their own shadow. So instead of really letting your light shine and I'm hearing instead of praising you and praising your light and letting it be seen by the world, this is someone who seems to kind of want to keep your light all for themselves, to almost possess it or own it. And the reason for this is they haven't discovered their own light yet within themselves. And on some level, they're aware that they carry all of this shadow. And so they're extremely drawn to your light because to them, you represent everything that they are not. I'm seeing stormy weather. Maybe it's storming where you are, but I'm also getting that those storm clouds metaphorically represent this person's energy and their mind. This may be someone who's often in a very stormy mood, meaning they're kind of unpredictable, chaotic, negative. They seem to always see the world glass half empty, whereas you are someone who seems to always see the world glass half full. So what I'm picking up is you are really a being of the light. You are a naturally loving, open, and optimistic person. This is someone who is a naturally critical or negative. I see them also being potentially sarcastic, they will make jokes at the expense of others is what I'm picking up on from this person's energy as well. But I also get this repeating cycle where this seems to be someone who will continuously tell you that things are going to be different. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a friend. This could be a family member. But I feel like this is someone who will continuously repeat the same patterns. And it's, almost like a child. You may look at this person as being very, very immature in some way because they seem to always be promising that something is going to change. And then they go and repeat all of the same patterns over and over again. That is also because this is someone who's very impulsive in their behaviors as well. They may even be impulsive when it comes to certain substances or addictions in their life, but that won't necessarily be for everyone. So of course, only take that if it resonates. And I know that this reading is really heavy. Again, this will not be for everyone, but I feel that it will connect for a specific group of people, and that if this is for you, you already are aware of this on some level. But I feel that you've had this sense that it's almost like your responsibility to be the light for this person. But I'm also hearing that you've been released from your need to keep yourself in this person's life just for the purpose of being their light. I'm also hearing self-protective, that you have to make the choices here that truly are for your own highest good, because this person, it's almost like they are being pushed to be in this echo chamber with their own shadow and with their own energy so that they will see it more clearly. And I feel like often when you get around this person, they try and use your light almost as like a different form of an addiction, where they can kind of almost just immerse themselves in it and then distract themselves from the shadow that they aren't looking at within. And I feel that you've been aware that this is happening, that they are wanting to keep you around for the effect of your light, but then that they tend to get possessive or controlling or very like chaotic, or they bring drama into your life or something of that nature. And again, I just keep picking up that everything this person is drawn to within you, everything they are attracted to about you is like a reverse mirror for them. It's like the opposite of them. It's everything they deep down feel that they are missing within themselves, but they never seem to take that next step of actually asking themselves, wait a second, how can I embody those light qualities within myself? Because deep down, although this person may come off as arrogant, they actually have a very deep worthiness wound. There's some kind of abandonment that may have happened early in their life. This could have been related to a parental figure or just a sense of rejection or abandonment early in life. And this has stuck with them, and it's turned very unconscious, where they will put on this kind of arrogant persona where they appear to be very confident and very self-assured. But deep down, they are extremely afraid of abandonment and extremely afraid of rejection. And yet they won't even fully admit that to themselves, again, because of the arrogance, because of like this point of pride within them. And I'm not trying to be super negative about this particular person, but I feel that if this reading is for you, this message is coming through because you've already been aware of this, but it's meant to confirm what your intuition already knows here. And also to remind you that your first commitment is to yourself. Your first commitment is to your own happiness. And I almost felt this like guilt creeping in just saying the word happiness. Maybe you feel guilty about simply being happy in your own life because you know that pursuing your own happiness somehow will make this person feel as though they are being abandoned or left behind. But I'm hearing that when you choose your own happiness here, not only do you care for and protect yourself energetically, but also you are actually doing what is best for the highest good of everyone involved. Because as we mentioned earlier, this person actually needs to be in that echo chamber for a while with their own shadow. It's almost like they're being put in spiritual timeout because they've been refusing to see this pattern. And so Spirit is saying, okay, now you need to be in this isolation chamber, like in this echo chamber for a little while until you're able to hear and to see and to feel your own energy clearly enough that you can truly make some positive changes. And I just saw the number 1313 as well. So I am going to channel a bit more into any other messages from your spirit guides or a higher self around this situation. But if this is connecting for you, I highly recommend really taking the time to deeply cleanse and clear and align your own energy, because I feel that if this is your situation, you've most likely been picking up some of the guilt or some projections of negative energy from this person. So I've created a really deep level, comprehensive energy and aura cleansing tool. And this is my 7 chakra energy clearing subliminal meditation. So this comes from my Subliminals app, Sound and Soulful, which is available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. This subliminal specifically is one that I always have on my daily manifestation playlists, and I've found it to be so effective as an empath myself, and I know many of you are as well, for clearing and cleansing any of those negative energies or projections that tend to get stuck in our aura and our field and can kind of dilute our energy. I always feel so uplifted and clear-minded and magnetic after listening to this particular subliminal, almost like I can feel that deep cleansing effect. And I have designed it to resonate with each of the 7 chakra centers. There are about 100 affirmations and affirmations targeted to each of the 7 chakra centers to address any blockages you may be storing there and to also release and clear your energy in each of the chakras. So this one is super powerful. Again, I highly recommend it as a daily energy clearing tool to help keep your energy high vibrational so that you can magnetize in your desires more effortlessly in your life. And in this app, I also do have over 130 subliminals for every area of life. So there are subliminals for love, relationships, energy clearing, manifesting, money, business, and so many other things as well. And when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account, you get access to every subliminal in 10 different background sound options. You can even create your own custom private playlist, and you can read the affirmations while you are listening as well. And personally, subliminals have been my number one most powerful and effective manifestation tool. I have used them to manifest so many things in my life over the last several years. So I highly recommend trying it out for yourself, seeing how it works for you, even in just a few days. And again, you can try it free when you sign up in the app for a 7-day free trial. And the link to download the Sound and Soulful app is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Okay, so right as I was tapping back into the energy, I heard the word conflicted. So this person is very conflicted. I don't feel like they are completely unconscious. It's like they're struggling within themselves. So you may notice a lot of volatility emotionally and energetically from this person. What I mean is one day they may seem really open, really friendly, really supportive. And then the next day they may seem to have this kind of brooding, darker energy around them, that kind of storm cloud energy that we referenced earlier. And they may seem to be much more negative or controlling or whatever the case is, but they'll kind of flip back and forth. This flipping back and forth is happening because they are actually internally conflicted. So I'm hearing this is someone who wants to be better deep down. They want to grow and evolve, but there are certain wounds that they're almost just refusing to look at that are continuing to get louder, that have become mostly subconscious here with the moon in the upright position. So it's almost as though something about having connected with you or having you around, because you carry and embody all of this light, it actually seems to bring this person's shadow to the surface in a stronger way. And as a result of that, they can't ignore the patterns that they may have been able to ignore for a long time prior to meeting you. In fact, you may have even noticed moments where this person became very emotional in your presence. They may have even cried around you or told you that since they met you, they'd been feeling more emotional or they had cried at certain points in time. I'm hearing emotional release. It's almost like being around you is creating an emotional release within this person, but they're kind of resisting it as well, which is where this struggle and conflict energy is coming from. I also feel that at times this person will almost sabotage their connection with you or create conflict with you. They might start fights or arguments that seemingly come out of nowhere, that you can't really understand, like why they're arguing with you or why they're upset at you. But the reason that they sometimes create conflict with you in the physical is because energetically they are actually in conflict with themselves. Now, I do see that this person does seem to be slowly uncovering some of these wounds and patterns through their subconscious mind. This is just a very messy and painful emotional process for them. And I feel that at times, part of them has almost blamed you, like, since I met you or since I connected with you, I've been feeling so emotional, or all this stuff has been coming up for me. But it's not been because of you. You've simply been the illuminator. You are showing them what's been there within them all along. And I do feel that part of them is also beginning to realize that fact as well, to recognize that while you coming into their life or reconnecting with them has brought a lot to the surface emotionally, that it's also been revealing to them things internally that they've needed to see about themselves for quite some time in order to grow and move forward in their life in positive ways. Yeah, with the Sun card in the upright position, In the Devil card reversed, I feel like you literally have sparked a spiritual awakening within this person that they just weren't fully ready for, that they're still kind of in conflict with internally. And that's where you get this kind of back and forth energy. Ultimately, with the Devil card reversed, I also feel as though this is someone overcoming some very heavy things in their life. Once again, this could be patterns of addiction or issues with substances. Now, addictions don't have to be to substances, of course. This could be an addiction to anything that is actually detrimental to them or somehow negatively affecting their energy. But I feel that somehow you are triggering the release of those patterns of addiction or dependency. This could even just be codependency in their relationship patterns coming from that deep fear of abandonment. And you're clearing out this heavy energy from their system simply by existing in their presence or having met them or connected with them. But this process feels incredibly overwhelming to them at times. And I feel in those moments of overwhelm, they sometimes have this tendency to blame you for that process taking place within them. Because this is a person who feels really comfortable when they are in positions of control. They like to control how people perceive them, control how they present themselves in the world, control, like there's something about controlling their image that seems really important to them. But the thing with you is they have to give up all of that control. When these things that you're triggering come to the surface within them, there is no controlling it. There's no controlling the emotion it makes them feel. There's no controlling the shadow that is coming to the surface within them that is now so clearly visible when it was hidden for so long. And so really this is teaching them surrender, but they've been fighting that surrender. So there's that, again, that conflict energy, that kind of back and forth. Now, on your side of the equation here, I'm getting the very strong message that the best thing you can do for yourself and this person is to choose your highest happiness and to release any sense of responsibility for this person's growth, for their healing, for their happiness, because that is something that they are going to have to learn how to find within themselves. And I do see them doing that, even though it is a non-linear, messy kind of back and forth process that's happening within them. So of course, care for yourself, protect your energy if this is for you. And if you would like to use my 7 chakra clearing subliminal to help you as an energy clearing tool to help you stay clear and grounded through this situation you may be experiencing, then my subliminals are linked in the pinned comment and description box. I know that this was very specific, but if this resonated, let me know in the comments. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, I would love for you to subscribe as well. Join our beautiful community here on YouTube. I'm sending you so much love, wishing you an amazing day, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.